And it's green, yeah?
What a pro.
That's crazy.
This guy gets it. No, it's good. That's good to hear. I believe you.
Nah, no. I'm gonna make you deal with it.
Jearl, do you prefer Margaritha or Margaritha? I've heard both from people. They don't give me good answers.
Yeah, but everyone in the team just say Marga.
Marga?
But what is it? How do you pronounce it?
Margarita.
Margarita. Okay. Everybody, they lied to me about Pape. They lied to me about you.
No,
I
but
can't get
Pape
straight
lied.
answers out of these people.
Pop lied about his own. Is Pop? No, see, he says, but here's Papa. Right? At home is Papa.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He told me Pape 2 seconds ago.
He's a nice guy, so
But
he
Pop.
just rolls with it. But it's Pop.
Pop. All right. Okay, Pop, you got it.
This is live.
We ready to go?
Yeah?
This is live.
All right.
We call
Welcome
you
in, everybody. We are moving, people. Let's do this thing. Welcome in to the second ever edition of Phoenix Rising Live. My name is Joe Lowery. You don't care about me. You care about the three people next to me. To my right immediately is Darnell King, assistant coach for Phoenix Rising. Darnell, good to see you. Next to Darnell, we have Jearl Margaritha. Jearl, hello. Nice to see you. And at the end of our lovely line, we have Pape, Boye. Pape, hello. Nice. I'm waving all the way across to you, very, very far away.
Said it right, huh?
The hope for today's episode is to get to know you guys more. Characters of Phoenix Rising, to help fans and people that care about this club learn more about who you all are as coaches and players, but also as people. And so we're going to all sorts of topics, rapid fire stuff, some more in-depth soccer stuff. Darnell, we're going to start with you. You've got the microphone. It feels fitting. I want to hear a little bit about your transition, because this past year for you has been a year of transition. Moving from being a professional soccer player to being a coach involves a lot of change. When you decide that it's time to hang up the boots, laced or not laced, what made you think, hey, coaching is the right thing for me to do next?
I think it's probably been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Stop playing the one thing you've been doing your whole life. So it's been tough in that aspect. Thank you.
You got it.
Okay, was I not loud enough?
No, that's good.
Sorry. Okay, it's been tough in that aspect, but I have a good group around me, and the guys that have come in have all been good pros, and it's made the transition pretty smooth for me. It's a lot of learning I've already had in this first year, but yeah, it's just building different types of relationships with new players and players that you played with, and then just kind of moving from there.
Yeah, how does it work with, I don't know, you can pick any of these guys who were around the team last year, Formella or Ale, run through the list. How does it work? Because in one moment you're with them together in the locker room, and the next minute you're still in the locker room, but the relationship, like you're saying, has changed where you now have a little bit more authority than you did before. How have you navigated that shift personally?
Yeah, I think it's just a respecting both sides. As when you give it, you get it. So it was weird at first. I think conversations become a little different. I feel like it becomes a little shady, things you want to speak on, like you wouldn't in the locker room like it was last year. But this is life. This is football, and I think there's good professionals, and the guys that were with me last year are great professionals, and they understand, and they've made it pretty smooth for me, like I said.
Fair enough. I want you to pass the mic over to Jearl there. Jearl, you have not been around this club for very long, but you've been around Darnell more than most people in the world at this point, at least in Phoenix. Fans don't get to see what he's like as a coach every day. What is your impression of Darnell and his coaching style been like since you got here?
Yeah,
no pressure or anything like that. Yeah.
No.
You sat up straight for that one.
Yeah, I think it's also hard for him to adjust to the change. It's a big change because I experienced a lot of coaches who were like a player before, and after the year after they were a coach. So I think it's a very hard job to do. But for me, it's nice actually, because I have a feeling I can speak with him open, and he can give me his opinion, and he will tell me like, okay, some things you also need to keep for yourself because it's a different relationship we have, and now we are not brothers, something like that. And that's what he said, like the respect. I need to respect him as a coach, and I think that's going well.
Yeah, I think it's a great answer. If you want to pass the mic down to Pape, I'm curious, as a defender. Yeah, now the spotlight's on you. This is crunch time. As a defender, you play a little bit more centrally than Darnell did for most of your career, certainly out here in Phoenix. But you played some center back, Darnell. At times, has it been helpful for you, Pape, to have a coach who has been through a lot of the same things that you're experiencing on this exact same field.
Yeah, I mean, feel good about it because
My man, Jearl. Well done.
you know, as like Darnell as being a coach, he's just helping me about like he knows some stuff about being a defender. I mean, like always being in the practice, he just tell me some little details, and that's count like for the game. It's just count about like how I'm gonna be with like how I'm gonna deal with the other striker. I'm gonna be ready for that game and just be ready mentally, and I think that's helped a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a big asset to have that. Darnell, I'm curious to hear from you as we toss the mic back down this way. You don't have to literally toss it. Handing is probably the right call. These guys are pros. I want to hear from you. You're talking about the change and the change of relationships and how that shifts your life and all the change that's happened in your life. What surprised you about this shift? Something that you've enjoyed or something that's been way harder than you thought? What has that thing been for you?
I was surprised how I think quickly I kind of just owned my role and kind of accepted that it was going to be different. I wasn't sure, and don't get it twisted. It has been very hard.
Sure.
You know, when you go home and you have those moments alone and you think about all the moments when you played and you were with your brothers in the locker room. So I've been surprised how I've kind of adapted, and I haven't still fully adapted. So how quick I was able to manage, but I think that speaks to the players and the group that I've been with throughout the whole year, helping me through the process, and obviously my family at home doing that as well. But yeah, I would think that was the biggest surprise to me.
Is there a moment for you, thinking back on your career as a player, now that it is behind you, where you think, man, fill in the blank coach was so right about this. I was so wrong. I didn't understand their perspective, and I wish I could do it over again.
Yeah, it would be reffing the games and training. When they used to, because I'm sure I yelled at coaches plenty of times about calls and things, and man, I get that daily from these guys. You know, you talk about, look at these little kids running around. That's what I deal with on the daily with that. No, but it's good because, you know, it shows that, like, we can have a little animosity towards each other, but at the end of the day, it's about the team, and can we find some camaraderie to just get back to what the purpose is on the field. So I would say all my coaches were right. Like, one day when you're coach, you'll realize, like, it's not that fun getting yelled at by players all the time. So.
Yeah, it gives you a little sympathy for refs, gives you sympathy for coaches. I like it. Jearl, I want to hear from you.
If you're not used to. And I'm positively surprised actually by the club, by the fans, by the team, how they took me in, and especially the fans. I couldn't imagine after the first game at home, how they took me in and how positive they were after the game, even though we didn't win the first game, but yeah, they were very positive, and yeah, they had a good impact on me, and that's why I just want to keep fighting every game, every training, for them, but also for us, because we have a goal, and I think the supporters too, and I think we need to give them what they want.
All right, Pape, I'm bringing you back in. You're going to kick off our rapid fire section, so we're going to do some rapid fire questions before we get back into some of the meat. You ready for this, Pape? You look ready? You look ready. All right, you're ready. All right, I want to hear from you. What is your pre-game ritual? What do you do before every game? Then I want to hear it from Jearl. Then I want to hear it from Darnell. But starting with you, what do you do before every game? What's the one thing that you have to do?
For me, I used to do the same thing like when I was in Clemson. Just like wake up at around 10:30, 11, going like have a breakfast. Like after that, going to the gym, you know. After, like to open my body and stuff like that. After I go back, just take a shower, and after
You on that shower or what?
I know it's okay. After that, and just like, you know, getting some good meal and calling my family before the game, and they're gonna like I'm gonna play like some Afrobeat, like dancing
Now we're
before
talking.
the game, and just like be ready for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
getting in the
enjoying-
mood.
Yeah, just being in the good mood for. I mean, that's all I have to do every game.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Darnell, why are you laughing at Pop for taking a shower? Pass this thing down here. You got to go next now.
He came with the whole story.
Yeah.
I liked it. That's what it
Yeah, you're painting a picture for us. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was just like directly
Well,
before.
you can interpret these how you want,
Hey,
Jearl.
that's perfect. You're good. It's
Yeah,
good.
well done. That was good. We like it. We like it. All right, Jearl, I want you to go next. What's the thing you're doing before every game? Like, what's the non-negotiable thing that you have to do?
My music.
Music.
My music is a big part.
Okay.
I need to feel free. I need to feel the pleasure of the music. I need to dance. I need to, that's how I focus on the game. Like for everybody, it's different. Somebody need silence and really need to focus, but I need my music so I can enjoy. I already fantasize in the game what I'm gonna do, how it's gonna go, how we're gonna win, how I'm gonna score. So that's what I need, and that's what I do.
All right, what's the one song has to come on your playlist?
The one song.
One song.
I'm a piano.
Okay, love it.
Yeah, it's not so popular here though, but you will hear some songs.
Dude, whatever
so
works.
You will like it.
I'm here for it. Darnell, are you a silence guy? Joe, silence. Some guys sit in silence. You're not a silence
Absolutely
guy.
not. I need to walk into the
Pop
locker
says
room
no.
and music needs to be playing.
All right, all right.
Definitely, I have to listen to Lil Wayne so I can surf before I come
Okay.
into the building.
Yep, that's a must.
Blaring on my speakers in the Jeep
Right,
before I come
and
in.
everybody else hears it too. Then, yeah.
Yes, make sure my fit is good for
Okay.
the pregame photos.
like it.
Walk in.
Important.
Make sure I say hello to everybody everybody I see, at least staff members or players. I see
Yep.
everybody. Make sure I say hello. Make sure I say hello to all my brothers when I walk in, and then I like to have the soccer ball with me before anything, before meetings, just juggling the ball, playing head tennis if we can, whoever's down to do it with me. But yeah, it just needs to be good vibes. And then when I get on the field, I always go to my section, which used to be over there or on the other side. I bend down, say a prayer, and then give a shout out to my buddy Beans up in heaven. And then, we get the game going.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's a fantastic pregame routine. All right, Darnell, I want to know from you, and then we're going to pass it down back the way it came.
Yes.
If you weren't playing or now coaching soccer, what are you doing with your life? What's the thing? What's the thing that you
If I
love to do?
wasn't playing-
What would be your occupation?
Or coaching. Sheesh. I'd probably be a singer.
Singer?
some
Okay.
Type of actor or something. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm seeing not just Jearl's head shake. I'm seeing multiple other heads shaking behind the camera.
Yes, right? Like this.
No, sideways. Darnell.
Oh, okay,
not
they're
up
like
and down,
this.
horizontal.
Okay, they must not have heard me sing then.
No, I think that's fair. All right, so singer, actor, somewhere we're gonna see on Broadway. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Jearl, where are you at? What's your job if you're not playing soccer?
I have my own business.
'Kay.
And my own brand.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Selling clothes, and
Love it.
Not difficult. I'm a merchandise.
Entrepreneurial merchandise salesman. I'm here
Yes,
for it.
Everything.
All right, Pop. If you're not playing soccer, what would you be doing?
Can say business.
Business? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, buying
kind of
something
business?
and sell it, like
What are you selling?
What are you
clothes,
selling?
What?
Clothes and everything. I mean, yeah.
All right, I think you and Jearl need to be going into business together, is what I've learned from this. And maybe you all can support Darnell when he's.
Oh no, I'll probably.
He'll be making it rich.
I'll
obviously.
probably be
That's-
selling them houses too.
Right, okay. I like it. All right, Darnell, we're coming back to you. I want to know each of y'all's take. Biggest locker room prankster. Who's pulling pranks? Who's causing not causing problems, but who's doing some entertaining things in the locker room? Darnell, you're first.
Oh man, right now?
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't really know. I have not really. I'm gonna pass this one to them.
All right,
because
all right.
they're in there more
Fair
than
enough.
I am at the moment.
Joe, who is the locker room prankster? Who's pulling some pranks?
Everybody's a little bit. Everybody got it, but everybody's just making jokes. Not really pranks though. But
Okay.
I think everybody's having a good time. Everybody's laughing, so everybody just a little bit of everything,
Okay.
But I think of one guy though, but
You can say it. This is a safe space.
I think Goldie. Yeah, I call him a DJ.
Okay. Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
I call him Goldie.
Yeah. He's entertaining in the locker room.
Yeah. For me though.
Yeah,
me,
for you.
So I think he's funny.
All right, Pop. What's your answer? Who's either the funniest guy, if not the prankster? Who's the funniest guy in the locker room?
I think it's Marga.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Marga?
Yeah.
High praise. You just saying that because he's next to you, or?
No.
No.
But he's like he's
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, I love it. I want to know, for all of you, who is the player in your position? Darnell, you can do player or coach now because you straddled the line. Who's the player in your position, Margaret, you got the microphone, that you look to for inspiration? You know, maybe somebody at the highest levels of the game that you've watched and tried to model your game after.
Neymar,
Neymar.
Arjen Robben.
Yeah.
He's from my city, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
From the same city. Yeah, those two, and not to forget Robinho.
Okay.
He's not playing any football anymore, but
You watched
I
him.
watch him a lot.
Yeah. That's a great answer. All right, Pop, I'm sending it back to you.
All right.
Who's the center back that you've watched that you try to imitate?
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good defender. I mean, good person. After like, I mean, yeah, I want to be like him.
Yeah.
She's my idol.
Got the Senegal connection too. I love it. I love it. All right, Darnell, player. Maybe give me player and coach. Player you watched when you were young coach you try to
I
imitate?
don't think I have a coach
All
just yet. But as players, it's tough, you know, because man started out as a forward. So, you know, Pele was always the idol, you know. So I would say Pele when I was a striker. But as I went to right back, I have to say Marcelo. I know he's not in my position technically,
opposite
but
side,
he's a baller, and I love watching him play. He makes the game fun from that position. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, this is the entertainment business, so you want to make it fun as well as win everything.
Yeah. You got the entertainment business mindset. I like it, whether that's soccer or non-soccer.
Yeah.
I want to know for each of you, starting with Darnell, then we'll go down the line. Darnell, this is a leading question to get you to talk about last year. You can take it in a different direction if you want.
Okay.
I want to know the best moment of your career as a player, thinking back on that. And if it doesn't start with the city of Charleston, that's fine, but no, I'm going to be disappointed.
No, I think it definitely
All right,
starts
cool.
there.
We're covered.
Definitely starts with the city of Charleston, and when all these beautiful people were there to celebrate with us, raising that trophy. I mean, that was the first time it's ever been done here, and the first time I ever done it myself. So it was one of the greatest feelings, and what a way for me to go out and share with the city that I'm not from, but I hope to be, hopefully that I'm a part of now.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was probably my biggest moment.
Before we pass it to Jearl, I want to ask, the final whistle blows, like, I don't think I can express that feeling because I haven't felt it before at the level that you have, right? Maybe everybody has in some small way. Like, can you describe that feeling of like euphoria? Like, what is the word? How do you try to bottle that to remember it and talk to other people about it?
Yeah, it's relief in the sense of what you go throughout the year, and like there's a lot of things that people don't see behind the scenes, and there's a lot of grind, a lot of injury, a lot of things that people have to deal with on the daily, and individuals themselves, and to see it all come to fruition at the end, and to raise a trophy, just to show that it wasn't just me, it wasn't just him, it was the collective of the fans, the staff here, the players, the people that have come before us. So it wasn't just for that team, it was for everybody who made it possible to get to that point. So it was a moment that I'll never forget.
Yeah,
say that.
Jearl and Pape hearing that thing, that sounds pretty good. Jearl, I want to know for you, the best moment of your career, is it something playing for Curacao? Is it something at club level? Is it something when you were younger? What is that moment for you?
Yeah, like when I made my professional debut, my first start, and I directly scored my first goal. That was, I can't describe it. It was such a great feeling. Everything came out of me. I just screamed very loud, and it felt great though. It was the best feeling.
What was the celebration? Just yelling into the crowd? Like, did you have something planned? What was the deal?
I don't even know where I was looking. I was just screaming all around. So maybe I was like at the opponent's fans though. I don't even remember. I was just screaming.
That's a great moment. I love that. All right, Pop, I want to hear for you. Your favorite moment of your career. Could be something here, could be something at Clemson, could be something, anything.
I think it was in Clemson.
Yeah?
When we won the Natty. And it was very cool.
Yeah.
And that was my, I will never forget it. And I mean, hope to win it here. I mean, that's a dream actually, to be honest. Yeah.
I love it. Did you had a teammate out here recently when Las Vegas came to town, and Sean Smart. Did you guys talk at all when he was out here?
Yeah, we was talk. I mean, even before the game we met, like talking, because like we have a good relationship, play high school together and college, I mean, everything. Even like Damon too in the team, he was playing in another team and we play against. I mean, that was a good thing, have him here, like for sure. I mean, I don't know,
I want to hear from you, Pape, if you'll keep the microphone for a minute.
Yeah.
From Senegal, end up playing for Clemson, now of course here playing for Phoenix Rising. What was the path for you from Senegal to getting to the U.S., eventually ended up at Clemson. How did that come about?
I mean, come back like quick. I mean, even me, I didn't know because like I do my senior in high school after moving to college, and like in 3 years I did it. Like I did everything. I mean, it was really fast for me, and I think the whole thing is about like working hard to get there because that was my dream to sign in professional before even I come to US. So I just come and like keep focused all the time and like follow my dreams. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it.
It's amazing. I love it. I love it. Well, we're glad you're here. Jearl, I want to know for you, now being here just a couple of months, a lot's changed in your life, playing in the Netherlands, playing in Azerbaijan, now moving to the United States, playing for Curacao. What has your life been like over the last year? Like, can you describe it to somebody who hasn't experienced that?
A roller coaster, to be honest.
Roller coaster,
like,
yeah.
And, in emotion also, and physically, because sometimes you have a good path you're walking on, but sometimes it's not that good, and you need to get out of that. And it's very big mentally. It's a very big journey mentally. So you need to be strong there and just do everything you love. Enjoy every day you live in, every day you can breathe. So just appreciate everything you're doing. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, I think it's a great answer. I want to ask you, Jearl, playing for Curacao, born in the Netherlands, talking about being from the same town as Arjen Robben, which is a great fact that I'll be stealing now. I want to know for you, what went into your decision to play for Curacao at the international level? How did that come about for you?
Like I lived in with my mom and my little sister, my little brother. We lived together, and my mom's from Curacao. So at home we speak Papiamento, and it wasn't really that I spoke about with her. My dad wanted me to play for Suriname because he's from Suriname.
Really?
Yeah, but it was just like the opportunity just came, and some opportunities you can't let it slip. You need to grab it with both hands. And that's what I did. So
I love that. I love the mixed allegiance inside the household. I'm sure everybody's still pulling for you.
Yeah.
Pop, I want to know for you, to stick with you for just a moment. You have a really successful season at Clemson.
Yeah.
You end up coming to Phoenix. MLS teams were interested in you, and it's easy for these fans to see why. What was it that attracted you about Phoenix and coming to play for Phoenix Rising instead of maybe another opportunity that was a possibility for you?
I mean, that was a tough decision to make it because
Sure.
leaving some team from MLS and come here. But I mean, I did a good right thing. I mean, all the time just listening to my agent or my coaches back home, my parents, what decision I'm gonna make about it. I mean, so it was really hard. I don't even know because right the night before I signed here, I was sleeping and think about it a lot because I mean I know every kids here they dream to go to MLS. They all want to go there. After I make that choice, they were saying why I did this. I said, oh, that's me. I just want to starting here, and after we're gonna see the next move. So just gonna keep playing here, and I don't know, I don't want to say a lot of things, but just gonna keep playing, and we'll see the next move for sure. So
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
No, and anything that comes will be well deserved for those
Yeah.
of us that have gotten to watch you
Uh-huh.
and see that will clearly be the case. I want to know for you, Pop, this being your first season, then we'll hit Jearl, and then we'll come back to Darnell on something else.
All right.
I want to know for you,
Mhm.
the guy on the team in year one out here in Phoenix that you found yourself the closest with. Who's the guy that you spend the most time with, or maybe the answer is nobody and they're all a little bit off, and you know what's the answer?
It's more because we're from in the same country.
Sure.
So even before I come here, I was watching Phoenix playing the final.
Really?
Yeah, we was playing the same day in the first final you guys playing last year, and after we won, I was watching their final. I mean, it was really
That's awesome.
good sport. I mean, he made me, we have a good relationship
Yeah.
to come here and everything.
Did
so.
you know Mo before last year? So you were watching for Mo?
Yeah, since in the academy, since we're young,
Yeah.
we play in the same academy, so
I
I
love
know
that.
him very well. So
That's great.
yeah, that's it.
That's great.
All right.
All right, Jearl, I want to know for you. You said Darius Johnson is the guy who's maybe coming at you with some, I don't know, some jokes or whatever you want to call it. Is he the guy you're closest to coming in around the same time, or is it somebody else that you found?
Yeah, it's Goldie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we also played against each other in the Netherlands already.
Right.
So, yeah, he played in Holland and he knows the culture a little bit. So, yeah, and we came like at the same date also to Phoenix. So we were together in the hotel and everything. So, yeah, it's him.
I love it. All right, Darnell, I want to hear from you. Take us back a little bit more into last season. I want to know the mentality and what you remember of that going on the road throughout the entire playoffs. Was there ever a moment, be honest, for you where you're thinking, we're the 6th seed, going into away game after away game after away game, like Emil Quayshaw can only hit so many bangers from outside the box. Like, did it feel like, man, this is going to be tough? Like, we might not be able to do this? Or did you truly always believe, like, we have the quality, we have the belief, we can do this?
Yeah, I mean, I think you go into games knowing that, especially in playoff time, that they're going to be tough. But, I mean, you have to have belief. And one thing at this club is always having belief. I mean, from years prior, you know, there's been a lot of winning because of that reason alone. But, yeah, for us, it was really just take it one game at a time, and we see what happens. But it was really focusing on us and sticking together no matter what. And at the end of the day, win or lose, we were going to still be brothers for forever and beyond after this. So I think that drove us, and I think it gave clarity to a lot of people in their roles in the moment, and it showed towards the end, like the resilience that all of us had. We went into overtime multiple times, and then you see guys like Emmy putting in shots that just lift the team up higher and higher. You know, sometimes things have to happen in certain moments to galvanize a team, and I think that's what happened with us.
I love it. Well, maybe a similar run coming between now and the end of this season. Phoenix Rising will be back out here on Saturday against Memphis 901 FC, another Western Conference playoff rival. Also Fan Appreciation Night, so come on out there for that. There's some fun stuff planned. To Darnell, Jearl, Pape, thank you all so much for doing this. This has been great. It's been nice to see you all, to get folks to hear a little bit more from you as well. For people here, thanks for coming and watching and hanging out. For folks watching online as well, thank you. We're going to do more of these. Let us know what else you want to see.